John Gotti was whisked out of the Brooklyn Federal Courthouse soon after the verdict and brought to the MCC, the Metropolitan Correctional Center, the federal prison just over the Brooklyn Bridge next to City Hall that's been his home since his arrest on December 11, 1990. He was soon joined by friends and family such as Pete Gotti, John Gotti Jr., Jack D'Amico, and Louis Cashman. Back at the Brooklyn Federal Building, the voices of triumph and of defeat reverberated in the air.
It's been a long road. Justice has been served, and it feels awfully good.
We are dissatisfied to our bones with the verdict, and we will not hesitate to pursue every remedy available to us.
The guilty verdicts which caused all the buzz were returned by a jury that only began deliberating yesterday. About 5 minutes after 1 this afternoon, they told Judge I. Leo Glasser they were ready. Apparently, the evidence they listened to for 7 weeks had convinced them. The audio tapes made from FBI bugs planted at the Ravenite and the apartment upstairs.
This is going to be a Cosa Nostra till I die. Be it an hour from now, be it tonight, or 100 years from now, I'm in jail. It's going to be a Cosa Nostra.
And the testimony of Gotti's former underboss turned informant, Sammy Bull Gravano.
We spoke to him. We understand our responsibility is to make sure the evidence we present is truthful, is evidence that should be presented to a jury. We weigh into that balance, and together we made a decision that it was in the best interest of the case to put Salvatore Gravano on the stand.
Gotti was found guilty of the centerpiece of the case, the murder of the boss the feds say he replaced, Paul Castellano, and top aide Tommy Bellotti. After that, the guilty counts against Gotti and co-defendant Frank Locascio flew for murder, conspiracy, extortion, racketeering, essentially for running the Gambino organized crime family.
There are many grounds that we plan to appeal, and without cataloging them, I can tell you this, that we are all confident.
The Teflon is gone, the Don is covered with Velcro, and every charge in the indictment stuck.
For John Gotti, this federal prison and federal prisons like it will be his home for some time to come. Pablo Guzman, Fox News, New York.
Most of John Gotti's Howard Beach neighbors were reluctant to talk to reporters about the Don's shattered Teflon, but Gotti's daughter Victoria was angry and agitated after hearing her father's guilty verdict.
Stunk. That whole trial stunk from the beginning. You know, when one of us is accused of cheating, we're just considered lowlifes. Is that what it is? When the government is, it's okay. But you know something? You know something? I just have one thing to say, and I don't want you to bother me. This is your government, all you people. It's about time that you stood up and took it back. Don't you see what's happening? Take it back. It's yours. It's mine. But I don't want it. He'll be out there today like a proud peacock. Andrew Maloney, that's your U.S. District Attorney. He'll be out there like a peacock, just enjoying and reveling in this. He didn't win fair and square. He played a game that he didn't play fair and square. My father is the last of the Mohegans. They don't make men like him anymore, and they never will.
John Gotti Jr. cruised past reporters camped outside his father's 85th Street home, using a common profanity to punctuate his get-out-of-here warning. Outside the Brooklyn Federal Courthouse, Joe DeCicco, who says he's known both Gotti and mob rat Sammy Gravano since they were kids. DeCicco, too, has been investigated for alleged links to the Gambino crime family. His opinion of the verdict?
Judge, the jury, they're all fakes, every one of them. They're rats. Don't bother me no more.
The Ravenite Social Club on Mulberry Street in Little Italy was usually Gotti's first stop after beating the rap in trials past. Now that Gotti is guilty, Mulberry Street denizens had differing opinions.
I think you got a rough deal, okay? That's my only comment. I didn't think you got a fair shake.
It's great. What do you think?
I just hope the neighborhood doesn't go downhill now.
Because Gotti's going to jail?
Yeah, well, yeah.
You think that's a possibility?
Well, yeah, I think he keeps the place safe, sure.
I can't even walk. Don't bother me.
Who's John Gotti?
Huh?
Who's John Gotti?
You never heard of him?
Never heard of him.
July 4th was always a festive occasion on 101st Avenue in Ozone Park, home of Gotti's Queens hangout, the Bergen Hunt and Fish Club. But following the guilty verdict, most people around the Bergen Club were somberly silent. Gotti's older brother Peter peeked his head out from across the street until he spotted our camera. Guilty did not mean glad for Gotti fans.
Not fair at all.
Why not?
Because I had him in jail since December.
Right.
There's nobody else in jail a whole year.
Right.
And then they told it to the jury, they put a rat up there. Right?
Right.
They're gonna listen to him.
Right.